Hello and welcome back to another episode of Skids and Donuts, where today I'm going to be delving into and tearing apart this Volvo redblock engine with 250,000 miles on it. First and foremost, I need to move this into a bit more of an accessible area, only a little bit, just so I can actually get access to the front of the engine. Now the next thing is draining the oil. It does have a lot of oil still in it. Okay, so we'll get that ready because this will fly everywhere. And hopefully this doesn't fall. Oh, bollocks. There we go. Sweet. I'm covered in oil, but the oil is draining. Right, now that's mostly drained out, I'm going to put the drain bolt back in just to stop any specks of oil going on the floor, which I inevitably will get everywhere anyway. And then we just get a rag for the inside, just clean it up a little. Now I'll move that there. Oh dear, I've spilt it already. And now we can look at getting off the oil filter. Of course it won't come off by hand, got this boy with it. But we have tools for that. We're going to use one of these old school oil filter removal tools. So it wraps around the old girl. And you want to notch it in. There's a lot of noise today, I do apologise. That will bite in. Spill oil everywhere. Oh, and there she goes, she's starting to turn. Oh, she's stuck. There we go. And then proceed to get oil absolutely everywhere. And now for the fun part, we can actually turn the block over and get fluid everywhere. I'm guessing some is going to fall out. Nope, just dust. Whoa! You are supposed to have a big tray under here. I don't have one. This was just a cheap engine stand from eBay, made out of pure 100% Chinesium. So now you can see clearly what I need to do. I need to take off this panel here, which is for the transmission mount. And then we've got all these little oil pan bolts all the way around, which hopefully will just whip out. We'll see. A lot of people report that these break. There we go. That is everything unbolted. And off comes oil pickup stuck. There you are. Off comes the sump. Beautiful. Let's get a close-up of that. It's quite sludgy, but you know what? It's not glittery. But, ooh, that is thick, thick sludge. Oh dear. Now for the record, yes, I did change this engine oil. Twice, I believe. But sometimes these things just happen. Anyway, I think... Let me get the dipstick out of the way. That's my other name. We should be good to crack on. And here is the beating heart of the B200E. Not the first choice for Volvo owners, but it can be quite a reliable, sturdy engine. It's still a red block. What we don't have, I believe, in this one, are the oil squirters. So this is cylinder number 4, and you can see it's got a lot of side-to-side movement. I don't know if that's normal in a red block, but I don't think it should be that easy to move them. It's the same on 3, a lot more on 2, and a fair bit on number 1. 3 moves the least, but it does have a 250,000 miles on it. So let's take these off and see where we're at. There's one. If you haven't guessed, my attempt here is to break as few bolts as possible. I mean, these ones are pretty solid anyway, but you can only use them once. And we'll keep all of these together so we know which is which as well. The chances are any of this will get reused is pretty low. I do want a fully forged engine, even if it's only a 2 litre. Let's try and get these off. Oh, they're glued together. Ow. Maybe it needs a little bit of gentle persuasion. There we go. Too gentle. And there's a look at the bearing in cylinder number 4. It's not awful. The tiniest bit of scoring in the world. I can't even hang a nail on it. It's not bad at all. I think they're just worn down so much. But now we can pop the cylinder through, the piston through. There we go. Piston and comrod number 4. Again, it looks, the rings look great on them. Until we measure it though, we don't know. Small bit of play there. Obviously it does need some play in the engine for when it warms up and everything expands. But I think that's alright. I think it's just worn. I'd say the piston might be okay. It might just be the cylinder wall. Again, until we start measuring everything with micrometers and vernier calipers with precision equipment that I don't have, we're not going to know. So we'll keep them all together and number them anyway, even though they're not being used again for this engine. It's just for more, I don't know, housekeeping maybe. But we'll label this number 4 and put it somewhere. Maybe make a trophy, I don't know. So as I've said already, I'm not going to be using these pistons again. I do want to, do a full forged engine. So what I would like to do is give them away to 4 viewers. There's no real way of me doing that. I don't have a store anymore or anything like that. What I do have is channel memberships. So the first 4 people that join the channel, drop me a message on Instagram and I will send you one of these pistons out free of charge, and it will be in order. So first message, second message, third message, and fourth message. So if you do want a 250,000 mile Volvo B200E red block piston, feel free to join the channel and reach out and I'll send you one. Anyway, enough of that. We will now look at the block itself and see what it looks like. So if we flip it back over, spill oil everywhere. Whoops. There we go. A safety pin in. So if we take a look in here now at the cylinders, we can get a closer look at all of them. I'd ignore any kind of surface rust. You see, it has been sat for a while now, but they are very, very shiny. I can't see any cross hatching anymore. And if you're unsure what cross hatching is, here's a demonstration. So if we flip this beast back over again, now we can get another look at the crankshaft properly. And this you do want smooth as possible. It does look pretty smooth, but it will have worn out. I could be wrong. I think the crank on this might be forged. I think they were cast from 90 to 93. I could be wrong. Somebody verify that for me. If that is a forged crank, great. That's a big, big money saver. So let me give you a very quick rundown of what I want to do to this engine. I've mentioned forged pistons already. Forged conrods too, of course. So the basic plan for what I want for this engine, it's not going to happen for a while. It's very expensive. I'd like the forged internals, so conrods, pistons, crankshaft. I might not need. I might not. I don't know. Hopefully one of you will tell me that. I'm after fuel injection, not the LH kit, LH 2.4. They're very, very hard to source. But what I will look at doing is a standalone fuel injection system. So you've got mega squirt, micro squirt. You can even build like a custom one. I'm not that smart, so we'll see. And once the fuel injection is in, I'd like to put not a massive turbo, but a turbo, a smallish one. I want to aim for a maximum of 300 horsepower. I think that's a nice amount for this car, the age it is. And I think the chassis and diff and gearbox can handle that comfortably. So as I said, it probably won't happen for quite a while because it is expensive. The pistons and conrods alone are about 1,200 quid, I believe, from what I saw. The head will need to be welded in some areas and then cut across. It'll need some heavy duty valve springs. It will probably need some better valves. And then there's a huge cost of all the fuel injection stuff, which is also about £1,000. So it won't happen yet, but it will happen in the future. But I think we should get the crankshaft out anyway and just take a look at it. It's cool. Alright, now we can attempt at taking the actual crank out, which is going to be not fun at all. Oh dear, nope. I'm going to get judged heavily, but I'm not reusing these bolts either, I don't believe. Whoa, my ears have gone. As long as you're careful, it's fine. I'll time-lapse this because you don't need to listen to this. And whilst we're on this brief bolt removal intermission, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I know you hear it on every video you watch on YouTube, but it really does help a lot, and we are almost at the 1,000 subscriber mark. If we can reach that, I would have said before the end of the year, but I've been lacking on my videos a bit, and this might not even come out until, you know, next year, which is, you know, typical. But if you do like the videos and you do want to help this little channel out, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Come on, there we go. Whoops. There is the crank. I don't know how well you can see that. It's a heavy, heavy old boy. Let's try and get it that way. Oh, beautiful. Right, shall we have a look at the empty block? And here it is. I'm not taking out the intermediate shaft yet, but that is my red block fully disassembled. In some of the more modern or higher performance models, here there's an oil gallery, and it's got these oil squirters that squirt onto the conrod and piston, and it makes it heaps more reliable. So that does bring us to the end of this Volvo B200e red block teardown from 1988. I don't think this thing's ever been torn into, but we successfully did it. I've ran you through the plans, and if you do want to win one of these pistons, then don't forget to join the channel and reach out on Instagram so I can get your details, and there's 4 of them to go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you again in the next video.